Hi everyone. I know it's been a while since I have done a video. The schedule for my videos is really erratic right now, but if you missed me and you missed my recipes, you can check out my blog. It's www.simplyheather-mishmashandotherthings.blogspot.com, and there I do a post every day. So this is just until the kids go back to school, and then we'll go back on our regular filming of Sundays and Wednesdays. But this isn't my channel, this is my husband's, and he wants to show you his garden. So I'm going to take the camera and we're going to get right to that. See you guys later.
Alrighty folks, follow me. Now, we did a video on the garden, a little garden tour about a month or so ago, 6 weeks ago, whatever, and had several requests in the comments on Heather's YouTube channel, Heather's Blue Eyes. At the end of that is Y-E-Z, Blue, B-L-U-E, Y-E-Z, 1975. Anyway, we had some requests through the comments on there to do another garden tour, maybe do some every few weeks, so you know we can kind of keep up on the progress. Last time everything looked pretty rugged. It still looks a little bit rustic, as it were, but I have done some gardening improvement and the plants have grown quite a bit, so let's take a look and see what we got going on. Alrighty. Now, as you can see, if you look at the last video we did on the garden, you can see this landscape cloth. It was a gift to me from one of our neighbors who had planned on doing a garden, but they moved to another apartment, so they decided not to do one. And what I did was just make use of materials we had on hand, including the landscape cloth. Got rocks and tree branches and stuff as anchors on it to keep it there. And you'll notice down the aisle, if you look straight down the aisle there, I took a bunch of grass clippings and made mulch out of it so we can keep the weeds to a minimum throughout the growing season. Now, here's what I'm most proud of, and that's my tomatoes. Oh man, look at all these tomatoes coming up. Got a few coming up right here. You can see behind. Here, let me give you a better view maybe. And still got some popping up here. Got a whole group of tomatoes on this plant. The cucumbers are doing really well. We'll get to those here in just a second. And we also have some bell peppers. Man, I tell you what, these bell peppers turned out beautiful. They haven't fruited yet. They're getting there, but man, are they pretty. Come take a look with me. Here we go. Right down here, Heather's panning the tomatoes. We got cherry and Roma and Early Girl and super beefsteak tomatoes going on. Now, if you'll remember from the last video we did on the garden, Heather and I went to every place in town looking for some little 4-pack or 6-pack of plants. Nobody had them. I mean, nobody had them. And I found these bell peppers at one of our local supermarkets, and I bought them up. Anyway, so you can see, look at this bell pepper plant. Is that not beautiful, or is that not beautiful? And you can see over there where Heather's pointing, and on up the row here through the corner. And it won't be long, because if you'll look right there, you see that white flower? For those of you who don't garden or are new to gardening, that means peppers coming up right there. Cucumbers, oh man, they're doing really good too. Now, these little stakes are some things I had on hand from whenever, some of them for years actually. And look here, got us a little pickle right there. Well, I call them pickles. It's a cucumber, I guess, technically still. And you can see how this thing is making its way up this little stake. This one's doing pretty good. That one's still bushing out too much to do much climbing, but we can work that out. All that. Cherry tomatoes in the cages there, man, they're coming up like crazy. And here's another thing that surprised me. I got some corn seed a couple of years ago that I never planted. I planted it, and look at this right down the row here. We got 2, 4, 6 groups and about probably, I don't know, 20 corn stalks. So everything's looking pretty good. We've done some improvement. It took a little time because I have limited physical capabilities sometimes, and this is one of my therapies. I just love it. Makes me feel good. and it's going to feed our family in a major way. And I promise you, with all these tomatoes we got growing, Heather will make one fine tomato sauce, pico de gallo, all kinds of stuff. So be looking forward to that. And now, since we got just a couple of minutes left, I do want to go out front and show you something else we got going on too. When we come back, we'll be on the front side of the building. See you then. Alright, we're out front now, and this is something I wanted to show you as well. Not only do we have that really cool garden in the back of the building, which is all from seed, by the way, except for the pepper plants, which I told you we bought at the supermarket. Look at all this from seeds. Look at that tomato plant right there. How's that thing looking, huh? And see this right here? Onions. And there's a real cool tip about growing those that I'll be telling you about, maybe not today, but another time for sure. You can see the kitty cat back there. That's Julian. He lives next door to us. He's a good cat. He don't mess with much. Got beans growing on, all these tomatoes from seeds. I got the plant hooks up here with lots of tomatoes in them. And these are, I believe, some of the early girl tomatoes here. And we just wanted to bring it out. I had enough tomato plants to do it. I gave a bunch away, probably 100 away it seemed like. Hey, look right here, man. This is my pride and joy also. Look at all those tomato plants, all from seed. And pretty soon we'll be getting fruit out of it. Got some pepper action up here in this little guy. And here's my favorite pepper plant. Look at this, straight from a seed. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know what kind of pepper it is anymore, but sure is pretty. And it will taste good as well. So we got some stuff hanging up too. There's our neighbor Jada, or as we like to call her, Yeda. So you can see up here, these are cherry tomatoes, and I planted them up high. So yeah, you can see a bunch, a cluster of them right there above my finger. Anyway, so they will kind of cascade down like a waterfall here before too long. And boy, the way they're going, it won't be but a couple of weeks probably till we have some ripe tomatoes. Let's see, got more tomatoes hanging up over here. These guys here, well, these guys here were runts of the litter. They were kind of hidden under all the big tomatoes I had in that window box, if you recall that. And so they're just now kind of really coming around. Looking forward to eating on them one of these days before long. Okay, well, I guess that's about all we can do today. I want to thank you for taking time to watch the video. We'll do another one here in a few weeks. And until then, don't forget to check out Heather's blog, simply heather-mishmoshandotherthings.blogspot.com. And my regular blog is realdumbassnews.blogspot.com. Anyway, be sure to check those out. We'll see you next time. Until then, adios, y'all.